Welcome back to my channel. It's @SpenBlue and you're here on CreatorSim. So today's video is going to be mostly themed around the new Nifty Knitting pack. This video has taken way too long to come out, so I'm so sorry for you guys. It's been probably a little over a week since I've posted anything, and that's a little unlike me. So I've been in the process of moving and I finally kind of settled in, sort of. Oh, I'm actually a little anxious doing this voiceover. Anyways, okay, so I was so in love with this little door we got with the Nifty Knitting pack. It is just so cute. It's got like the little crocheted flower box there. So as you can see, I've kind of got like all the Nifty Knitting items kind of in the back of the yard. This was the first time I'd opened the game up. I was just looking through everything. Now, this pack was sort of nostalgic for me. My grandmother was huge into crafts. So lots of knitting, lots of crocheting. We always had quilts and things like that. So I wanted to make grandma's house. And recently I've seen kind of that trending. So I know a lot of people probably felt kind of a same relateness to the pack. That doesn't make any sense, but bear with me. Anyway, so yeah, it had kind of a nostalgic feel to it. So my grandmother had a wraparound porch. So that's what I wanted to include in here. And this is just going to be grandma's house. I didn't make it too big. It is kind of fun and playful, and I did include stuff for a dog because grandma, you know, she needs someone. She's all by her lonesome in this cute little cottage in the middle of nowhere. And I kind of had some fun with this character too, with the new CreatorSim stuff we got with this pack too. And so I kind of imagined maybe she lost her significant other and she's got a daughter out there and she's really lonely. So she just really loves her daughter, I guess. Yeah, she's just a lonely old lady with a daughter, I suppose, is kind of the, as far as I got there. And I gave her a cute little dog. Oh gosh, what are those dogs called? Most famously, it was one of the dogs in Lady and the Tramp, her little sidekick friends, the Scottish one. I have no idea, I'm drawing a complete blank as what those dogs are. Anyway, so I ended up giving her one of those guys here, and he's got like a little knitted sweater and everything, so I think it kind of really fit into the theme of this build. Okay, so I'm finally moving into the house and I really am all over the place with the inside colors, the wallpaper, and the flooring, as well as the kitchen. I really wasn't sure what I was going for. I wanted it to look sort of dated and kind of like a grandma's kitchen, and I thought because she lived in a cottage maybe that those wooden countertops would look good, but at the end I think I just started going for like kind of cream colors. I guess it didn't really have to look woodsy, I suppose, just a little bit dated and different colors than I normally use. So that's, I think, why I struggled too, is because I did want this build to feel like it belonged to an older person with not modern taste. So that's why I struggled, I think. I was trying to go like shabby chic, I guess. So here I am fidgeting with the kitchen. I decided to make the appliances this orange color, and I'm really glad that I went with that. And I really kind of insistent on having the kitchen kind of its own separate space. I knew this house is going to be pretty small and compact. As you guys can see, I'm having a hard time fitting in where we're going to put that dining table. At the end, I realized she doesn't need a table that seats that many. I mean, if anything, she might have her daughter and granddaughter come over. So I believe I land on this one. Yeah, I think so. Oh, and these rocking chairs we got are so cute. I do wish they had more options. I think they're kind of limited on the wood tone. It's been a couple days since I've messed with the pack, so I might not be remembering right, but I'm pretty sure we only got a few swatches with the wood tones and then just mostly like the cushion colors, which I think I might have preferred dealing with a set cushion color and different wood tones. I don't know. How do you guys feel? The hanging plants were really, really cute. So I added those everywhere, as you guys are seeing. The living room is kind of snug, but I used the tiny living television and I think it worked out pretty well. And I didn't really want her to seem like the person who watched a lot of TV, so I wanted it to kind of look like an afterthought. The only thing I regret with this build was not having enough space to make her own craft room, but I make the bedroom pretty personal and crafty, which if you live alone, and you know, if you're older, you're probably not hosting a whole bunch, so I didn't think it mattered too much. I do end up switching out those cabinets as well. I think I end up going with the either the Parenthood or the El Salvadora ones. Oh my gosh, and that llama planter that I put on top of the fridge, and I think I speckle a couple of them throughout the house. They're just so stinking cute. I want one in real life. And then here I was trying to kind of separate the kitchen flooring from the rest of the house, but the position I had it in, it just wasn't going to work. Okay, and here I go. I end up swapping out the cabinets. And yeah, these are the parent head ones. It looks like my little preview screen is kind of tiny, so I'm never quite sure, you guys, when I do the voiceovers. I just always draw a complete link. And guys, I don't know if you know, I always include the link to download this red shelf. If you don't already have it, if this is the first time you're seeing it, you know, it's super handy. So I do include a link for you guys down below, as well as most of the cheats that I use when I turn on the game. I'm trying to get better at cluttering up kitchens. I feel like I get sort of careless in a kitchen, and I think that the modern clean look is enough. Okay, so last minute I decided I was going to add a laundry room, and I seem to be forgetting this. I always want to include the laundry hampers, but I always think of the laundry doing process as an afterthought. So here I am trying to fit in this laundry room. I wish I had like stuffed more in there, but honestly, most of the decor options aren't usable anyways, so I figured it kind of worked out. I do end up adding a greenhouse for Grandma in the back, and I think that eventually she'll kind of craft that up. I wish I had decorated that a little bit more, but it's kind of plain, and I don't know. I'm actually having fun playing with this character. I was playtesting it a couple days ago. So if I go ahead and update the greenhouse with her own creations and stuff, I'll let you guys know. Oh, okay, so speaking of the Nifty Knitting stuff, I don't know how many of you guys had played, I can't remember what it's called. I want to say it's called Unraveled, but it's this really, really cute game, and I can't remember if it's a Swedish company or like, I don't know, but that area of the world, my geography is not great. And anyways, so you've got this little yarn guy, and his name is Yarny, and you pretty much, it's a puzzle game, essentially. I really love it, because, like, for example, I played The Sims. Okay, so sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties with my, we'll call them roommates. Okay, where was I? Okay, so there's this game called Yarny, and essentially it's a puzzle game, and I like these kind of low-intensity games. I'm not a big scary game. Like, even playing Minecraft, you know, the jump scares. Don't like it. So I definitely prefer, you know, the calmer stuff. You'll never catch me playing Call of Duty. I did used to play World of Warcraft a little bit. And I guess I wouldn't be opposed to League of Legends, although I've never played it. Anyways, yeah, so they included Yarny as one of the little yarn toys, which I was super happy about. And he comes in different colors as well, but in the game, his game, he is red, I believe. All right, so I'm so glad I did not end up going with that bed combination, because I ended up finding this quilt one here, and I think it's absolutely perfect for, you know, Grandma. Of course, she's got a quilted bed, and you know what, I bet she quilted it herself, and if she didn't, it's probably a special family heirloom, you know, passed down from someone special. Okay, so here I am. You know, I realized that I want Grandma to be gardening, and that she has a lot of backyard space. So, as you guys saw, I was going ahead and adding some kind of gardening decor by the back door. And here I am with the color scheme I decided to change. I actually asked my sister's opinion, so she helped me choose that. I'm trying to get her to play so badly. I want to do like a got my sister to play The Sims video. She thinks it's so lame though, but I don't know. She used to love it when we were kids, but you know, she's all older and mature now. Okay. I was going overboard with these rugs that we got with the Nifty Knitting pack. So I know you see a couple of them in a singular room. Don't worry, I think I changed that at the end. And really right now, no big things are happening. I'm kind of just trying to do some decor on the interior. I feel like I've been not the best with paintings and cluttering lately, so I'm kind of all over the place making sure I get the basics. Why can't we resize mirrors? Like, when will that be a thing? And like lowering them as well. Some of them I can't lower, which frustrates me if they're not at a specific height that I want. I think with the mod tool you might be able to, although I seem to be having some issues with it. I watched a bunch of tutorials, but I just don't seem to, I don't know, I'm doing something wrong. Alright, so I knew this house had to have real flower boxes because it had that cute little crochet flower box. Now, I didn't do them around the whole house, I just did them around the front 2 windows, which I felt was actually realistic, you know? I mean, imagine how expensive flower pots are, and then you gotta buy the flowers and keep up on the flowers, so yeah, person probably only has a couple of those in their home. Alright, and I don't know why the roof took me a while. I'm awful with traditional roofs. I don't know what it is. I can't do roofs. And these mailbox things are so cute. I'm still struggling with the roof. It's like embarrassing how awful I am with the roof sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm a darn genius. But when it comes to traditional, just regular roofing and trying to add like personality and texture to it, I don't, it's not my strong suit. Is that the word? Oh my gosh, and I love those little embroidered, little embroidery rings that they gave us. Although I did wish there was, again, more options as far as pictures go. I did like, it would appear those yarn balls can be usable by the dog, or at least one of them. I mean, they showed up under the pet stuff, so I would assume so. Although I didn't get the chance to try it out because I got a thunderstorm and like it ended up, so much of my stuff ended up getting toasted by lightning, and you guys are gonna see some stuff change in the captures as I go through and realize this. But yeah, so my yarn ball got struck by lightning, so we did not get to play test that. But I would assume, because the ball was in the pet thing, that it is an option. Alright, so here I wanted to add a rug, and I realized I could not do that without an actual flooring here with the stairs. It just wasn't working, so I had to go and mess all of this up. Which I'm glad I did. I mean, it ended up working out for the better. I think I get the idea to go ahead and add a... No, I think I already had a dog door. I don't know. You guys will see. You guys will see. I don't think there is, but there should definitely be flooring for every single stair swatch that they have. So I really, gosh, I hate to complain. I love so much the new update we got with holding down the Alt key and being able to move doors and windows freely. What I do not like is how it messes up placement for other doors and windows. You know? It's always around this part of the video where I feel like I'm just complaining about the game. I don't really have much to talk about. I'm just doing your, you know, obligatory last minute decor here. I do wish I added more pictures in this room. I really wanted it to look kind of cluttered with the pictures I did hang, so I ended up taking those paintings down and just clumping them into one section, but I don't know. I felt like the wall was still missing something at the end, you know? And I don't know, I thought we'd have some laundry just chilling in the hallway, because that's probably realistic for me. A bunch of chores going on at once. Oh, there he is. There's the yarny guy next to also Grim. They also make a Grim Reaper. What am I looking for? Ah, yes. More bathroom clutter. Because I am also awful at cluttering up bathrooms. Like, very rarely do I ever remember to add, like, a robe or a wall towel. I think it just takes watching your builds over and over and over again and realizing what you could have done better or what you wish you had done better, especially when you have an audience, like on YouTube. I am happy with this build, though. Like I said, the pack kind of had a nostalgic feel for me. The only thing I regret is that I really, if this house didn't have enough space, I wanted a craft room for Grandma. And now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of wish I had sort of a family room. This pack is going to be so cute when I get around to doing like a generations home. Because there's so much cute kid stuff and, you know, older folks stuff. So, and you know, the parenthood stuff really went well with this pack. I'll note that as well. Like that little bench there, or dresser, whatever that's supposed to be, below the mirror. The bed, I want to say, was from parent. No, the bed was dogs and cats, I think. But look at these things. They're so stinking cute. So yeah, we definitely need to do kid stuff. Were you guys as grandparents super craftsy? I already said this, but my grandma was. She was like a hoarder craftsy. Like her craft room was almost scary. You could get lost in there. But she always made the prettiest things, and we don't make things anymore, you know? And I think about that now too. Like, what are my passions? What are things I'm good at and I do? I like to make digital art and play The Sims. And sometimes I feel bad that I physically don't have anything to show for it, you know? My sister's a little bit more old school, and she still traditionally draws a lot, my younger sister. So sometimes I feel bad when I see like all her supplies laid out and stuff like that, and I just don't feel as talented or you know, all the stupid, you know, bad, poor self-talk we have about ourselves. You should just never compare your progress or anything you love to anything else, you know, at least not in a negative way. I don't know, sorry for that little mini rant there. I'm trying so hard to be positive, and it's really, really hard, guys. It's hard. It's hard to do. But I'm sick of feeling like I complain all the time. Gosh, the rocking chair is so cute. And I really love that we can use these little knitting things. I know they have to be in your inventory for you just to like start randomly knitting, but for decor, they're super cute. That one little bunny would be, again, perfect for a kid's room. And you know, I thought because Grandma was so crafty, Grandma had to at least paint. You know, I don't think I gave Grandma an instrument. You know, maybe like a piano would have been nice. I know the place is kind of small. But I just wish we could have gotten her a little keyboard or guitar. Okay, I'm finally realizing I must do something with all this empty space outside, so we should be getting to the yard area and greenhouse momentarily. Yep, and here I go, adding our little walkway here, kind of planning the spot out. Trying to find the best lighting for the terrain paint. My grandparents, well, I wouldn't say I'm from, but my family's kind of from Ruidoso, New Mexico, which is a really small town in New Mexico. But it's, the elevation's high, so we have forests and mountains and a lot of land. So my grandma's house is really tucked back and secluded, which is why I really like this lot a lot for this house, because it is secluded. It is kind of tucked away from everything. I know that you've got like the highway right there, but I don't know. I think it's very fitting for what I had in mind for this pack and what it, you know, related to me personally. So I go ahead and add a little divot, and here we go on the back there, because I thought that really looked cute in the front. And then in a second here, you're going to see that I'm going to add a glass roof as well, because I'm like, oh yes, I don't want this to just be a shed. I want it to be a greenhouse. So momentarily, after I figure out which windows and things I'd like to use. I do like using or doing these like cottagey builds a lot more because I use so much stuff that I don't normally do. I love doing modern builds. They're my absolute favorite, I will say that. So whenever I get the chance to be a little rusticy, I leap for it. I should have added a dog bed in the greenhouse. That would have been really cute. I might go back and add that for you guys for the gallery. I love this fireplace so much. It's so easy to add in little snug places, and this is actually really accurate. My grandmother's home actually had a wood burning stove, sort of like that. It was very small. It was just like this this metal box, you know, in the middle of the room. Everything around it was very hot, you know, so it kind of had its own dedicated spot. But it was just amazing, and I love the smell of the wood burning, and oh gosh, it's so nice. And then I figured, you know, Grandma needed some bugs, and I just realized watching someone else's Let's Play that the scarecrows actually will take care of your plants for you. I had no idea, and I still haven't been able to get them to do it myself. I've just been trying to get my Sims to chat up the scarecrow, but we'll see. I don't know how to get him to do it though. But I decided that we're going to give Grandma some bees and some bugs, because I feel like those are nice older lady, you know, hobbies. My mom says when she gets older, she's going to start beehiving or beekeeping, which I think is an awesome thing to do. So all the time I send her like super cute DIY beehive things I find on Pinterest. And that light from Seasons, which I thought was kind of fitting. I really wasn't sure the feel I wanted for this room. I knew that I wanted her to have a garden, so I thought, you know, maybe some indoor plants in here and the flower accessory thing. I'm kind of wishing I had made it a bit more craftsy, you know. But it looks kind of farmhousey, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Alright, and here I am about to add the glass roof, and voila, we have ourselves a greenhouse. I don't know how I feel about the roof trim on the greenhouse, at least not the one I picked. I don't know, I'm not sure. But even, okay, so I've been playing The Sims for years, but I've only been thinking about like sharing my work as a simmer within literally this last year. And that's only because I've, you know, endeavored into starting a YouTube channel. But even in all the builds I would do before, when I would solely play The Sims for fun, you know, I would always be doing something different with my house. I mean, every time a new kid came in, you know, or if I changed an aspiration. So I think that's why I'm so wishy-washy, especially going through and voicing over my builds as well, because I see everything I could have done better and all the potential. I was actually surprised though the amount of time it took me to build this house. It's pretty small. I mean, it's not much to it, but I don't know, I feel like I accomplished a lot. It only took me a week to get around to sitting down and editing though and voicing over, so oops. So like I've never used that fencing before, at least not outside, maybe on interior builds, but definitely not for exterior. And I don't know, it looks so quaint, and I was really happy with the landscaping in this one too. I wanted it to be private and secluded, but I definitely didn't want an entire wraparound fence, so I kind of just made it private in the front there. I definitely always try and blend the foliage as well, so it looks a little bit natural. Which, aside from those two trees, I think that's as much effort as I went into with that. I kind of just did what I wanted to. But I tried. I'm just so glad that my Sims could get to those boxes. I don't know, sometimes I have the hardest time with planters and like the positions of them. There's always one corner they can't get to. And I wanted to have some stuff out there for the dog, but aside from the toy box, I think that's all I add. I don't add anything else. And this is where I kind of figure, you know, I'm done. And I really wanted that fence one more over, so I think I'd go back. Do I fix it or do I leave it? Ugh, I just leave it. I deal with it, it looks like. You know what I realized? I don't think I didn't add any rocks or stones or anything. Oops. Never be afraid of rocks. Always add rocks to your builds. They add a lot. Although I was pleased with this landscaping. So many of these little lights, like I was saying earlier, got struck by lightning. And I was going through taking my captures and I'm realizing like, oh, why is this one black? Why is this one black? So it rains a lot in Brindleton Bay. I'm thinking about turning off the seasons when I do captures. And so like this little table here in specific, I'm gonna realize is burnt halfway through capture. So you will see that change on screen, sadly. No secrets here. Okay, so we've got the bedroom still. And I know this is kind of a weird spot for that palm to go, but I thought it really worked. I mean, if the lighting's in the room, you know, who says you can't have a plant in the center of your room? I didn't play test the other bed. I mean, I don't think the plant gets in the way, but I should have looked at that. And then I thought these paintings fit in well here. I believe these are also from Cats and Dogs. Well, I really enjoyed the Nifty Knitting pack. The animations for the knitting were really good too. I was pleased with that. And the pack as a whole was really good. I mean, it was 10 bucks well spent, and I hope you guys are really enjoying it. But we're going to have these captures coming up soon, so I just wanted to take the time now to say I appreciate you guys so much for always watching my videos and liking and commenting. The support is really awesome. And thanks so much for you guys too who have been wondering where I've been at. I'm okay. I've just been moving and busy. So thank you guys so much. I love being a part of this community. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the build. I'll stop nagging you guys. But again, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a great day.